Hi everybody, we're in Kyoto for the Kyotography KG+ exhibit in April 2026, and BAPC, the Bay Area Photographers Collective, has done an exhibition with Samurai Photo for KG+, and the curator is Deborah Klochko. Here's the sign. We're in Dohjidai Gallery in the middle of Kyoto, and there's these beautiful old floors here. There's some text about our previous exchanges. We're kind of like sister groups. All right, let me walk through real quick and then I'll start at the back and I'll give you a tour of as many as I can. We're about to close up. So it goes in all these rooms, and the theme is luminous, and there's these sub-themes like shedding light on the unseen. So you can see now this piece is backlit during the day, but now it's dark. I'm going to start with my work in the back of the gallery here. My name's Ari Salomon. My series is called Burn Line, and what I have here is photographs that are carved into wood and then burned into charcoal. And the photographs are about the LA wildfires. So these photos were actually given to me by collaborators. These are objects that were lost in the fire. So this one is called Lost Terracotta Bust. And my friend Robin tells a story about how her dad had made this terracotta bust when she was younger, and it didn't totally get destroyed in the fire, but got damaged because the wall it was on in the house that burned, the wall burned down. And it has a companion piece that is a portrait of her brother that's hanging in my other show. And here is a peacock. Peacocks were common. They roam around Altadena and Pasadena, and this is a story from the Pasadena Jewish Temple and Center. So I won't go into lots more detail because I want to talk about other pieces, but there's also photos that I took in the fire zones. So this is in Altadena. I call this rocket shell because it's the name of these storage units here, and there's some pipes. These pipes used to be in a building, and the whole building burned down. And there's a video that shows the whole process, and I actually have a solo show with this work at the Noga Hotel. So there's a much bigger version of this with an installation inside of a house, since it's about houses burning. All right, let me move on. I'll tell you what, I'm going to show the BAPC artists first, and then I'll talk about a few of the Samurai Photo artists. So Ingo Bork has pictures of fog and clouds along the California coast. So beautiful slow shutter speed photos capturing the coast, the water, the light there, and birds. This is a hill in the distance where you can see some buildings, big beautiful black and white prints. Shot with full frame or medium format cameras. And Jean Dominique. So here's his board. So this is called Floral Portraits, and these are images of flowers shot in his studio. He actually lives in Atlanta now, so he's an alumni member because he's moved away from San Francisco. And he was describing how these, he would keep the flowers in his studio and take pictures of them as they were drying out. As you can see, this one's not fresh. So it's a beautiful showing of the passage of time and how the light passes through the images. He had a really cool book too, they're all gone now. And there's two more BAPC artists. So this is Rusty Weston, and his series is called Bayshore. And Bayshore is a neighborhood, an industrial neighborhood in San Francisco. and he's taken mostly night photos. Well, all of these are night photos. These beautiful, capturing the light at night. And I love this one that shows a vernacular sign, a sign that's just written by hand, and it really shows sort of the flavor of the neighborhood. Let's see, he says, I'm drawn to environments that, especially at night, evoke moody feelings of dislocation, alienation, and urban anxiety. And finally, this series here is Henry Bowles. It's called Horizons. And he says, Horizons is exactly that. Pictures of horizons taken on the California coast, but they could be taken almost anywhere. My intent is to make quiet, contemplative images that have no secondary meaning. This one is beautiful with the moon up there and this crazy texture of the water. And this one down here, a more dramatic kind of storm, this god light coming through. Very appropriate for the luminous theme. Okay, I don't know all of the samurai photo works, but let me talk about a few that I know about. So this one is Kazuhiro Sasaki, and it's called Still Working, a Light in the Corner. So he has documented the ubiquitous Japanese vending machine. So you can see a whole bunch of different ones here. Here's a machine that makes orange juice. You know, they're so common in Japan, and it's just kind of amazing kind of pop art. And this one I love because it's almost like life size. Here's one in a parking garage. And he talks about, you know, a light that's still working. Like it was kind of a metaphor, I think, for aging for himself. Like a lot of these are older ones. And he's got a whole book here with a bunch of other ones. And everybody's got these cool postcards and all kinds of stuff to look at. There's an exhibit here from one of the sponsors, Ise Washi. So they make Japanese washi paper for inkjet printing. So there's a bunch of info about that. And this one, Hiroaki Hasumi, is one of the leaders of the group. This series is called Illumination. And he talks about visiting his younger brother, who was suddenly paralyzed, and he visited sanctuaries of shrines, offering prayers for his brother to get well. And he found in a small pond these shoots this grass that was growing from a post. This is like a wood post in the water, and this is a reflection. And it felt like a beautiful metaphor for healing and resilience. And eventually his brother did make a full recovery. And these are presented in this format with these wood poster hangers. So love that work. And let's see. This one, Michiko Chiyoda, Dreaming with Her. She was an artist who created flowers from fabric. Guided by faith, her work was devoted to prayers for love and peace, even while battling illness. Her calm and unwavering presence moved me deeply, and I asked her what prayer meant. Prayer is a dialogue with God. My work is prayer itself. So I guess she went to the monastery, and that's what this work is about. I love this one. This looks like a perfect grid of candles, and again, very much addresses the theme of luminance. Okay, so in this room, let's see, this theme, enlightenment and insight. So there's two artists here, and they're both printing on washi paper. And so this artist, Koji Murata, Dialogue with the Spirit of Trees. Whenever I encounter a giant tree, I am drawn irresistibly to its presence. The energy it absorbs from the earth through its roots flow gently through its massive trunk and into me, bringing a deep sense of healing. So he's documenting in this dramatic way these trees, and they're just gorgeous. And you know, this one, I don't know if it's a 360 panorama, but it really fills the frame with this beautiful natural imagery. And you know, these are Shinto, in the Shinto religion in Japan, trees are often revered. So that's what that paper and rope is about, and this one also. And this artist, Shigeru Yoshida, again one of the leaders of the group, A Prayer in the Wind, Traces of Quiet Hope. Years have passed since the Great East Japan earthquake, yet a wordless time still lingers in this land. Through my visits, I have encountered a light of prayer that emerges from loss and pain. That light kindles a flame amid the chaos, quietly bearing witness to the will to rebuild. So it's themed around nature and around resilience in relation to the earthquake. And this is one of the images promoting the show, and I just love this. It's so dramatic, so beautiful and spiritual, and it's sort of unexpected how it's made and a bit of a mystery. Where all these lights come from? You can see there's these points of light that I haven't talked to him about this. I don't know if he added them or some of them are there. Beautiful work. And let's see. Let's look here. Mariko Masumoto, Sink. A great wave from the past rises before my eyes, effortlessly transcending time. It is the same wave once seen by Katsushika Hokusai and other painters 200 years ago. So, and then she's got this giant, beautiful image of water, of this wave splashing, but it looks like, I don't know how she got it to look this way. It's like paint, it's like splattered paint. It's such an even texture. It's very dramatic, very beautiful. And let's talk about one more, Motoko Sato. Also, she's been in the group for a long time. Letting go of verisimilitude. The verisimilitude created by edges is only a facade. Here, let us release the label society places upon us. So she's stood in the same place here and taken against this grid in a walkway in a public space, and slow shutter speed, you can see people walking by. So that's the setup, but boy, they just came out so beautifully. And I love how the edge here of the tiles, the inner edge of the tiles, is darker where the person was moving through. So there's this beautiful subtle quality to it. And this piece in particular is so minimal and so full of very much related to Japanese aesthetics. And okay, all right, I should wrap up here. I'll do one more. Hitoshi Sato, Winter Weather. I once dreamed of flying, carrying that unreachable longing. I eventually encountered them in the snowy field of Tsurui in Hokkaido. So what he's taken pictures of birds with the moon, these beautiful nature images, and he's doubled the image. So there's two thin fabrics here, and well, in the nighttime, they're beautiful, and you can still get the effect. When you walk around, you can kind of align the images, and you kind of create the image. And during the day, they're more backlit and have a different kind of beauty to them. Okay, lots to look at here. We only looked at some of it, but it's a great show. The show is up till Sunday, I believe it's May 3rd, and it's open till 7 p.m. every day, although Sunday will only be open till 5 because we'll be taking the show down. And yeah, my solo show is open for the whole run of the festival till it's open till May 17th. This show is number 130 on the map, and my exhibit is number 29. Maybe I'll show you guys the map to give you a sense of the scale of the festival. So here's the whole map, and the Kyoto-Photography Festival is in red and the KG+ is in yellow. You can see there's almost 200 exhibitions. It's crazy. So we're right here at 130. There's 2 other shows in this building, and my show is down here in 29. All right, thanks everybody.